Ah, welcome traveler. Come in, take a seat and put up your feet. Today, we're diving into a game called Stranded: Alien Dawn, a sci-fi survival colony sim game, where we will be cooking up some roleplay to enhance the gameplay. This is part 1 in our new multi-part series, and if you'd like to see more of this, please like, subscribe and drop a comment down below. Let's get cooking. Well, we've made it to Planet 4, and we've survived. There's still pieces of the ship raining down, but at least 5 of us have made it. Ken, Quinn, Raka, Rita, and myself, Engineer 1. We've at least survived the crash. It's not looking too good. Rita won't stop crying. Raka is trying to calm down Rita, and Quinn seems to be a little bit lost there off to the side, unsure of what to do. But at least we've survived on the strange alien world, and we need to figure out how we're going to get through the night. There's strange animals around us. They could be predators, and we're not even sure of what the plants themselves do. They could be poisonous. We'll have to figure out some way to survive on this world, scratch out a living here, defend ourselves, and, well, hopefully some more of the others have made it to some escape pods and we can find them, track them down, and get them to safety. Well, here we are. We've made Planet 4, and there's still some debris coming down, but at least we've survived. First things first, we are going to have a look at what actually made it through from the landing pod. So we do have a laser pistol over there, some scrap metal, some emergency rations, some more emergency rations over there. So we should be okay for the beginning, at least for the initial setup. And then of course we have the escape vessel itself, which we can also have a look at. We have a data slate over here on the pilot seat that we can actually use by scanning our biometrics and reading us as part of the crew. This data slate, the inbuilt AI on it, will actually give us some feedback and suggestions on how we can survive in this strange alien world.
Priorities for establishing a safe haven for survivors: shelter, fire, food and water, medical supplies, storage, safety perimeter, protection from the elements, protection from violent fauna.
Right, so it looks like we have some priorities set up for us. Luckily the AI on the data pad is still working, and it can hopefully help us in our quest for survival. So what do we need to do? We need to set up, first of all, we need to set up some storage. Or not storage, some shelter. So we have a very simplistic shelter over here. You can see shelters, you can build it out of sticks or out of the salvaged scrap metal. We're just going to do the scrap metal for now. We'll need place for, well, 4 people to sleep, so we'll build that there and expand it to there. We'll also need some space for, well, storage, and just have that set up like that. So we need shelter, that is the most important thing. We also will need some places to sleep, so we'll just go down, throw down 4 of those. We will need a campfire as well, but we don't have the tools for the materials for that quite yet, so we'll set that to scavenge. And really quickly jump into the activities here. And we're just going to set Ken's priority for scavenging to 1. And the rest can be set to constructing. We'll set those to 2. And hopefully, okay, Rita will be focusing on, I think we'll put Rita on research. Or else maybe we could do Raka on research as well. We'll figure it out as we go along. We're not quite there yet anyway. But we definitely need to get some of this set up quick. So with that set up like that, we can have our people starting to at least go and collect some materials. Then what we also need to do is looking at observing. So we are on a strange alien world and we need to figure out what exactly is everything doing. Like, are these plants edible? Do these plants poison people? Do these plants provide us with anything? Those animals over there in the distance, are they dangerous to us? Are those ones dangerous to us? We need to figure these things out. So what we're going to do is select some of these plants, and instead of saying straight to cut, we're going to say observe. So somebody can observe them. And let's have a look at who has the best observational skills. We'll put Rita on it for now. Just change the research to a little bit higher. This we can also observe. This will also observe. That strange red plant over there as well. Even these trees. Essentially everything. We want all the fauna to be investigated so we can figure out exactly what does it do and is it dangerous to us in any way. Right, so let's have a look here. We'll just activate roofs because I actually want our full buildings to be visible. Now this, I don't think that we actually have the scrap metal to finish building it, but that's okay. We'll try salvage it from the ship over here. Ken is working at that, so hopefully we can get that sorted out really quickly. We'll see now. Oh, we actually got some fuel, so that's good, I suppose. There are also other pieces of the ship scattered around over here, even down here all the way to here, and there are also some down here in the valley itself as well. So something that's good to keep in mind if we are looking for more pieces of the ship. And we should probably look at getting things set up here properly. So right now we're building shelter and sleeping places, but we will also be needing fire, of which we cannot quite get yet. So let's look at how we can get that. So fire is going to require either metal, scrap metal, and sticks. So mining rocks from stone from rocks and sticks from bushes. Okay, not a problem. So we can probably look at clearing away some of these. Quite important, as we will need those resources. We're not off to the greatest of starts, but it's okay. We're finding our legs, we're testing the waters, we're figuring out what exactly to do on this strange world. What else can we start looking at? Okay, we have our shelter set up, we have sleeping places. That's the most important one. It's absolutely the most important. Then we can look at setting up some stockpiles. So we'll set a stockpile over here and set this to, let's see, we'll just set it to everything for now. We'll slowly figure this out as we go along, and we'll just set up some additional stockpiles here and here as well. Let's look at constructing perhaps a little hut here out of sticks. I'll set it up over there. Right, so we have our shelter set up. We're going to set up a quick campfire as well. We'll set it up over here. Food and water. We still have food, at least from the crash site itself. We have a water supply over there. We can also figure out what some of these are. I'm hoping that some of these are actually edible. These plants, such as this squash-like plant and this strange fruit, this fruit bush. Okay, fantastic. That actually, we can yield fruits from it. That's good. And then we need some medical supplies as well. I think we should have some from the crash site itself, but we'll have to look at manufacturing that as soon as possible. We also need to set up some storage, which we have over here. We need to set up a safety perimeter, so something that's defendable. I'm thinking we try and figure out which of these trees would be best to use, and then we'll look at setting up a small fence just around our immediate vicinity. Something that we can defend, keep away any of these potentially dangerous animals. Science, building a research table. This is quite important, as that's going to help us to unlock new things and make advancements for our settlement. We can't always be living in little shacks, so we need to get that sorted out as soon as possible. Let's see what everyone's up to. Observing, cutting, scavenging. Okay, that's fine. Everyone's at least being very productive. So we're going to look at this research, and there are a couple of things that we want to jump into from the get-go. So some of these have been starred, you can see here, but what I really want to do is, I've done a little bit of reading ahead for this playthrough, just to be slightly prepared. And one thing I've noticed that everybody says is that you should get lightning rods as soon as possible, because when the lightning strikes, it could actually damage everything that you've built and end up doing massive damage to your infrastructure. So we don't actually want to mess around with lightning too much, so we're just going to get that right now, straight off the bat. And then we'll look at what else we're going to do. So perhaps we'll get that, then we'll get some... Well, we need to defend ourselves, so maybe we go for weaponsmithing. Our clothing should still be okay for the time being, but I don't want to run out of clothes, because I know that's how people very easily freeze in games like this, and you end up with dead settlers. So we'll go with that. Then these houses are still okay for now, but we do want to go increasing our construction. We need to get better buildings going as soon as possible. Then I want to have a look at also, let's see, what else can we actually get here off the get-go. I want to have a look at breaking down these fallen parts of the spaceship better. So maybe we go for the spaceship deconstruction, so we can salvage a lot better. We put together a camp as quick as we could, considering the circumstances. We are not sleeping in the dirt, we have a roof over our heads and a fire to illuminate the dark, uncertain nights. And the most important, we have survived. Yes, that is the most important. To us, this feels like an achievement worth honoring. We can gather around the campfire and celebrate being alive at 1900 hours tonight. Fantastic, that's a great idea, let's do it. Let's set up a celebration. And everyone's getting together for a celebration. Fantastic. There we go, dance around the fire, eat a little bit of the packed meals, which I think are over, emergency rations, yes. Okay, ooh, speaking of rations, I didn't even consider that. We actually need to harvest this as soon as possible and start eating. So what am I thinking base-wise? Base-wise, I think we're going to go, this is a nice spot actually. And as we're harvesting and actually using up these resources here, we will clear away a spot. So I think we'll probably look at setting up a perimeter, something along the lines of this. So we'll set up a perimeter here. And then I want to try a slightly different design than what I usually do in these types of games. I actually want to go for a double wall straight from the get-go. So we'll set up a big square in the center, use that to construct our buildings, and then set up an additional wall around that, and in between the two walls we'll actually use that for our farmland, so we can actually maximize on the usage of space. And the reason why I'm setting up the second wall is because I want to see if we can make use of a double wall system in order to funnel enemies towards a point that is more advantageous to us. We have lightning rods sorted out, and this takes just some scrap metal. Okay, I'm going to plant one of these down because I do not want lightning to destroy our structures here and cause us any grief. Now if you're watching this and going, oh Roast, you're making all these mistakes, you should be doing this, please leave a comment. Let me know what I should be doing. I have absolutely no idea what we're actually getting up to in this game. I'm stumbling my way through it, but that's okay. It's a learning experience, and we'll get the settlement up and running quite successfully once we figure out what to actually do. Right, so we can actually look at setting up some recipes here quick. Let's go for some meat soup until we have 8. So there's always 1 to eat and 1 extra. Actually, we'll put it down to 6. So our people will actually start making food. Let's just have a look if our cooking is set to a high enough priority. It is, as we don't have too much to harvest and cut at the moment. Just this little bit over here. Oh, aggressive animals. Dung beetles. Overgrown insects. Okay, that's not good. We don't exactly have very many or any weapons really to defend ourselves other than this one laser pistol. And I have actually been slacking a bit with the production of a workbench in order to make weapons. This is not good. This is definitely not good. So we might be in a bit of a predicament here. So we can just go up here. Actually, we can just select everyone, go to draft, and move them in closer to the settlement itself. Oh, we got another survivor. So quickly, and where are they coming from? Oh, there they are. Okay, so we can pull them in as well. Her name is Lara Falkov. I believe we met on the ship. I don't remember, but we probably did. Actually, your face looks familiar. Maybe at the mess hall a couple of weeks back. Remember when it was Ken's birthday? Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, my escape pod crashed badly and everyone else died. Ooh, that's horrible. Rations ran out quickly and started losing hope. Walked in the wild for days after seeing smoke from this direction. Well, must have been from our campfire. We recently got that set up, so you're welcome to stay and help out. We could always use another hand, get things running a bit smoother, and slowly build our way to surviving and getting off of this planet. There we go, now they're attacking. That's what I thought would happen. So they'll make their way in, and unfortunately our settlers don't have any weapons because I'm horrible at preparing them. But we can at least set them up here. Ken at least has a laser pistol. So let's actually set Ken a little bit back. So I want the rest to be able to defend him, need be. There we go. Ooh. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Undraft all of these. That's good. And actually, I want to observe this as quick as possible. So yeah, Rita, you can come over here and observe this, please. Figure out what these things are. Scarabaei tend to swarm and work together in large groups, so they should not be underestimated. Okay. Okay, well, good to know. And what I also noticed is we can actually butcher them, get some meat for them, so it's at least a source of food, so we're at least winning in some way, benefiting from these attacks. But we can at least look at starting to build. You need to first build a floor, which is the foundation. There we go, and we set the new floor in. And we can start looking at putting on walls. So let's go for a wall. We're going to go for just a awful thermal insulation, medium. Okay, we'll go for wooden walls. get this constructed up and going. Insufficient storage space for what? For what? There's some storage space there still, so it's okay, we'll figure it out. We're going to actually have this massive area over here just for storage, and then we'll shoot off of this perhaps towards the back here for another room. Yes, I think we'll do that quickly. We're going to set that up right now. Times 6. Okay, that's fine. Set up another door here. Yeah, that's fine. Should be okay. Actually, no. No. I don't want the door there, because we're going to set up rooms or beds in this one. So we want a centralized door. See why symmetry is always massive positive in games like this. It just works out for layouts at the end. Right, we'll let them just finish building this, and we can go and throw in another wall over here and a door, again reasonably centralized. But once this is done, we can actually we can put a room in the back here, so that we'll have to go through this first room in order to get to the sleeping quarters, which is generally a little bit safer. We'll have our crafting stations over here, so it's quick access to the door. They can get to the outside storages very quickly. And in this room over here, we'll set up shelving and some more advanced storage. So again, it's quick access from the crafting room into there. Now, it's not very complicated, it's not super elegant or anything, but it's getting the job done for now. Now I want to set up defenses against, as I was thinking it's happened. Aggressive animals have spawned again. We need to get these defenses up for this dangerous fauna that keeps coming in. So we're going to look at setting up some walls. There has to be defenses. Here we go. Fences. Poles. Yeah, we'll look at poles, and we'll just set up something very simplistic for now. Let's see, we want our main entrance to be here. And we build that across there. Okay, great. We can actually, right from the get-go, just set up some more towers. Like so. And then that's actually a sizable amount of space over there. So eventually what we can do is come in, set up these fences. And what we'll do is we'll close this space off, like so. Eventually we'll do this all the way around, but I'm just going to do it for the time being, because I want to get this actually set up quite soon. It's quite important. So we do that, and then we go and we build fences. Fence doors. Wooden fence door in here and in here, and we'll actually set up our farms inside these blocks so that our farms are also protected. Now what I think might work, we'll see if this is going to work or not. That's why we're just doing one side for now, but I'm hoping that when enemies spawn, what they'll do is they'll read this as being a one line of defense once we close this gate, and they'll read this as being a double line of defense. So instead of trying to break through here and another block to get in, instead they will just come and try to do one breakthrough instead. Speaking of, we need to actually do that as well then, just so that it's defendable from all sides and equal amount of difficulty. Good for now. And here of course come the bugs making their way over. Okay, so going to grab our settlers, draft them up, send them on over. Nothing's constructed yet, so the bugs will just run straight through us. It's okay, because we do also have Ken with the pistol. We'll set him here towards the back. Rita, Raka, Lara's literally just going to be a body shield for Ken. And Ken at the back to shoot. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's two ones that are quite a lot bigger now. Explosives. Ooh, that's not great. And an overgrown one. Okay, we're okay for now. Here comes in the last three. Okay, fantastic. Undraft them all. Set this. Let's have a look here. Okay, we can't investigate any more of it. That's fine. But we're going to butcher all of these. I'm just rushing to try to get as much done as possible here while still stumbling around. But I do think once we have this perimeter set up, we'll be a lot safer. And we can actually look at which of those objectives set forth by the data slate with the AI on it, which of those objectives we've actually completed. This generally seems to be going well. We're building quite quickly. Rita's actually cutting things away here, which is also nice. We are getting some food out of this cutting and some sticks as well. There's a large forest down here that we can eventually look at chopping down, but I think we can also look at planting trees. Once we've set this up, we'll look at actually settling up proper farmlands along the edges. I know some of the produce actually only grows on this like rocky land, so it's good that we have that over there in a pre-existing area where we want to set up farmland. Okay, let's put in the ceiling first then. And then this one over here as well. Okay, let's see now if it's going to work. So we want a set of stairs. Okay, it's kind of working now, so that's okay. Okay, we rotate this to there. That should take us up a level. Okay, great, that's what I wanted. That just needs to be constructed. Beds. So let's look at... Let's think how we're going to best place these. It's probably not the best layout, but we'll adapt it as need be. And we can look at setting up some storage shelves in the meantime as well. So storage shelves, we'll run this whole wall along there. And this whole wall along here. So each of these will count as a singular type of storage. They'll use the same menu, the same configuration. And after this we'll have to set up separate ones. So from here on we go for quick access ones towards the front for very specialized items. And then we'll leave a gap, go across by 4. And then 3 and 3. There we go. So that should be okay for storage for the moment. And that is why I wanted the lightning rods, which I think actually may no longer be covering. Yeah, we're going to have to build quite a few more of these. That's okay, that reasonably gives us good coverage. I probably could have done that more efficiently, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's actually go up a layer. We'll look at building more of this. Let's see, walls, wooden walls, around like so, and then another wooden ceiling, like so. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll look at putting in some tables. Okay. Let's start looking at setting up farming as well. There we go. Okay, so we can have berries over there, the melons over there. We are at least getting our defenses built. We do have our perimeter up, so nothing can come in now except from this side, which is good. It's actually fantastic, not just good. The ceiling's getting constructed. The beds have been constructed. Okay, as soon as the ceiling is done. Okay, fantastic. And let's look at actually putting in some windows. And we'll look at deconstructing all of these beds. I'm actually going to take these 3 buildings. I'm going to deconstruct them for the scrap metal. And we'll set up our furnaces over here maybe. Or perhaps just around the corner here. We'll set up 4 of them. I think that as far as I know, these run, you just need to feed them resources and then they run by themselves. As far as I know. Ah, we have more of the bugs coming in. What is that? Ooh, this looks like an actual bug nest? It is a bug nest. Okay, so maybe that's something we can look at in the future to actually go in and clear out these bugs that are so close to our settlement. There's actually quite a lot of them on this side of the ridge. Good thing we are up here. But now we can actually have a look if our defenses are going to be, you know, worth it for us to set up like this. There, over there. Okay, once they turn from aggressive to attacking, we will pull everyone in right there. Yeah. Interesting, they don't actually run through, they immediately start attacking here. Okay, in that case, I wonder if it would perhaps be better to set this up slightly more back and have a wall that instead of running into it, the wall runs all the way around it. I wonder if that would work. We're still obviously trying to figure out how best to take advantage of the defensive systems in this game. We have a perimeter for safety. We have protection from the elements in the form of lightning rods. And, well, we should actually set that up right now to actually get us some proper winter wear. So always have one extra. So pants, trousers, so boots. So hats. Okay, that should be until... Oh wait, I want this changed until... There we go. Okay, they'll produce clothes now, so that has us set up for protection against the elements. And then protection from fauna and, well, dangerous things. I think we have that kind of sorted out in everybody having a weapon. Fuel fermentation we've unlocked, so we can look at what else can we... Electric grids, here we go. So now we can start looking at electricity. That's quite important. And... Ooh, flamethrowers. I am a fan of a flamethrower. And musical instruments, perhaps. Keep them entertained. I mean, flamethrowers aren't entertaining enough, so we need to get musical instruments to at least get their leisure up and going. Fermentation barrel we can look at as well. Perhaps we just set up 3 over there. We can just look at setting up all of our farmland. Okay, farming, let's look at our... Actually, let's look at our edible ones. This needs to be grown where... Yeah, this needs to be grown on this. So we'll just go and set up that there to grow. Leave a little bit of a space. I'm not sure if there's any, you know, diseases that can affect crops, but I don't want to take the chance. There we go. There's grain, I think. Tall leafy plants observed. That looks like could be a grain or a corn of some kind. Let's check this out. Let's explore. Not yet. Rita, what's your problem? Ravenously hungry. Okay, well then grab something to eat, girl. We've got flamethrowers, and there's other stuff about to expire as well. Let's just have a look here. Quinn, come here quick. Observe this plant. Okay, please, 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 please. Yes, okay, so this seems to be it. This is grain. Okay, fantastic. We have something that can give us a grain. This is kind of bugging me. I wonder if we can... Oh, great, we can actually do this. There we go. That was just bugging me a bit. And we have some space over here that we can also still use for any other things that we find that we can actually plant. Produce antibiotics. Okay, fantastic. Antibiotics are in the making. Right, so we're making good progress here, I think, for our first little look at this game, at Stranded Alien Dawn. It's very interesting. I like that there's a lot that you can do. There's a lot of things you can build. Little small nuances to look at. For example, even just the defending is quite interesting, as well as it takes elevation and line of sight into account as well. It's very interesting. I think there's a lot that can be done with this game. And I'm looking quite forward to exploring that and seeing what we can actually do with our little settlement here. But I think that we have actually seen everything that needs to be done for that list of requirements for our priorities. Obviously, we just need to get the antibiotics researched, but that will be done in time. But unfortunately, I think we've run out of time for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as that would greatly help the channel. If you'd like to be kept updated as to new videos being released, then please hit that notification bell. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or requests, please leave a comment down below and let us know. Until next time, this is Roast Temp. Keep cooking.